What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are going over the live stream leftovers from last night's live stream. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. There will be some cryptos and some stocks, I'm assuming, in this. We've only got like 6 or 7 to go. So DAI on Pulse is the first request, then Base, then BSV, Ando, Telcoin, INJ, TAO, and DCR. And I can say I've looked for DAI on Pulse and I can't find it. Like, I scrolled through all this and I can't find it. I even did /PLS and I got hard. You know, I don't know whoever was asking DAI on Pulse. I don't know if this is what you're looking for. If it is, we can do this, but if not, I couldn't find it. So we're gonna do this as a best guess, but I don't think this is what you're looking for. High to low. High to low here, moving up, hitting the 886, moving right up your golden ratio area. I would expect you find resistance right here. Okay, there's not a lot to go off of with this chart, so anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. But my best guess would be yes, you find resistance in this area. You probably pull back. I want to get the 618 back on there, the golden ratio. I think you'll pull back to this zone, 25 to 32 cents, somewhere in there, and then you'll move up. That's my best guess, yes. For the very little information we have available on that. The next request is Base, and I don't know for this one, is it Base Couchbase? Is it the stock Couchbase, or is it Base the decentralized token? I don't know. Base on Swapbase. I don't know. I'm looking this up. It looks somewhat good. It looks constructive. Consolidating, then pumping, consolidating, then pumping. It definitely looks healthy and it looks like it wants to see more upside from a low to a high, pulling back to the 0.5. Not a normal area to hold support, but nonetheless, coming back up above your 236 does give me faith that you're going to progress higher from this area. So if we're taking, let's say, this low into account, maybe the low there, this high, you might be moving up to, what is that, 4 zeros 5-1 to 4 zeros 1-3. You're at 4 zeros, 4 zeros 5-1 to 3 zeros 1-3. You're at 4 zeros 1-3 now. So a lot of upside potential, definitely a lot of upside potential in this thing. That's a lot of volume that came in this week, man. Up 244%. I don't know anything about it. You know, be careful with these DEX coins, but this one, it doesn't look like it wants to stop here, that's for sure. All right, that's Base, the DEX coin. Base, Couchbase, we're getting a twofer on this one. Let's see. From a high to a low, I would expect it's moving up. It looks like it wants to move up. However, you know, it could move down first. Perhaps it does move down to its 382. You're at an area you found resistance 2 times before, 3 times before. You even found support in this area. You know, I think that you could find resistance here. That's totally fine. So pulling back, you're at $20.51. Pulling back to about $18.80, $19, something like that around there is probably on the table. Your daily RSI looks really good, and your weekly RSI looks really good too. Let's look at the shorter term. Hold on. I don't know. Maybe I'll eat my words on that. Maybe you do just move up from here. Hard to say, because you do look like you're actually finding support on previous resistance right here. I would say if you go below this low, this daily low here that you had, not yesterday, not Friday, but on that Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, if you go below that low, which is at, come on now, $20.06, you go below that low, you likely will go to $18.80 or around there. If you can get back above $20.81, I'll accept defeat and think that you're going higher, probably up to $23, $24.50, where you will find resistance, likely pulling back to these areas that you're at now. If not, doing the same kind of tight consolidation phases that you've been doing on the way up here, right? So one way or another. But yeah, it actually looks good. Looks like it wants to move up. Regardless, even if it moves down, it's going to move up over time, and I would expect it to progress past that eventually. But yeah, not bad looking. The next one to talk about is BSV. BSV here, Bitcoin SV. Looking at it, not doing a whole lot. Only up 36% this month. I can't say I'm surprised. Maybe a little bit surprised. I would have thought that BSV would pump just because everybody hates this coin. You know, that kind of reverse psychology does work for coins like this. But I don't know, man. This thing just doesn't want to move. You know, what can I say? It looks somewhat like a W here. It looks like it would have enough to come back up to this top area, and ideally through it. If it is to be a true W, you would see something through it, which would call for prices above 480, probably even toward $1,100, $1,200 at a minimum. But do you get that? I don't know. Will you see that? I don't know. You know, it remains to be seen. You're too far, you're too low in your fib retracement to make these assumptions yet, right? Right now, let's focus on what's ahead of us, which is probably the golden ratio at 138 to, what is that, 140? It's probably 140 something. Let's see, what price is that? No, it's at 174. So about 140 to 175, somewhere in that range. That's where we're probably going to go to find resistance. We reached for the 618, pulled back to the 236. Normally in this kind of setup, we do find resistance at the 618. Then we look to find support at the 0.5 or the 382, likely the 0.5 afterwards. But up for now, and then some downside. You're at 70 bucks. I bet you see a 100% gain from here before you see any kind of corrections. Weekly RSI looks great. Daily RSI looks great. Yeah, I would expect you to continue to move up from here. BSV. Ando is the next one. Been talking about Ando here and there to a couple people, not just in the YouTube or the Discord, but in the real world as well. 121 right now. Man, moving up, doing good. Getting overbought on the weekly RSI. It's not quite there yet, but it's reaching. Daily RSI looks really good, very healthy, very strong, yes. Volume is dying off, though. You probably see Ando correct here soon. Let's see. I'm worried about a lot of altcoins, guys, because they look extended. There's a lot of altcoins that look like this. This one looks extended. Any day now, and it could be today, it's probably going to pull back. Let's see. Did you make a straight run all the way up to your 786, 886 area? I don't know, man. That's a pretty clean run. Yeah, you did find some turbulence here. I bet you pull back. I bet you pull back. You got to pull back, man. You're at $1.21. If you were to move up higher, maybe move up to $1.31. I don't think you surpass that before pulling back to at least like $1.05, if not below $1 again. You have a date with Destiny back down here, if anything, to form another higher low. You look a bit extended. You look like you're tired. You're not getting any volume coming in. Yeah, you're getting overbought in the RSI, but I don't know, man. It seems like you're slowing down, and you're in there. Sorry, you're in an area where I would expect you to find resistance, anyways. So you've kind of just moved straight up since November 4th, since the beginning of this month. So I'm gonna say you do a solid pullback here, probably soon. Ando. If you're looking to buy Ando, now is not the time. Wait probably a week or two, and you'll get a 20% discount, if not more of a discount, but probably like a 20% discount. Maybe 15% discount at the least. I do think Ando will see new all-time highs. I do think Ando has a promising cycle ahead of it, but for the time being, yes, probably a little bit of a pullback from here. This kind of stuff happens too, right? Like there's a lot of coins. We look at, if we go to CoinGecko, we look at the past 24 hours, right? There's a lot of coins that are up. We look at the bottom, right? There's some that are down, right? All these like top performing coins are down, while there's some coins that are just like moving up. It makes you have doubts in your positions in what you're holding, right? Don't hold your coins that are moving down, or sorry, don't sell your coins that are moving down while other coins are moving up, right? Don't sell your coins moving down for the coins moving up, because likely what's going to happen is all the coins that are moving up today or that have been moving up over the past few days, they're going to correct soon. And then all the coins that have been boring for the past week, they're about to move up, right? And everything's taking its turn. So please don't make that mistake. Ando, moving down, then moving up. Moving on, Telcoin. Is it Tel? I thought it was just Tel, but I didn't know. Telcoin. All right. Well, speaking of which, this one this one is very extended, very, very hot on the RSI. But you look strong. You actually do look really strong. Let's see if we can get some volume on here. Look at that. Yeah, the volume agrees with the strength. Oh, man. Yeah, you don't stop here. I wish I saw that. I wouldn't have even needed to look at the volume. I don't think you stop here. If you do, it's going to be oh so momentarily, right? The last time you stopped here, well, that was back in March, and it took months just to get back here. If you stop here now, I don't think it's going to take months. I think maybe a couple weeks, and it won't pull back too much, and then you'll rip. But you might just continue to build through this. You just might continue to build, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. This move is different. This is your breakout move. I bet you see stronger readings than you did the last 2 times. I bet you progress. You're at half a cent. You're at 0.55 cents right now, $0.0055. I think you're moving up to 90% of a penny. 0.9 cents, $0.009 or more. But you probably find resistance in that 0.009 to 0.011 area, somewhere up in here, where you found resistance before and support, a little bit of support and resistance before, right? So, yeah, moving up, absolutely. Is it a good time to buy Telcoin? Probably. You know, if you're trying to catch the next move, is it too late? Well, you missed a lot, right? If this is the move here, from bottom to end, right? Here's your end. We don't know exactly where, but it's going to be somewhere up here. And you're right here. Well, yeah, you missed a lot of the move, but there's a good bit left. There's a good bit left, you know. If I was to buy Telcoin, I would tell myself here that I have to be okay with it potentially dropping anything from 13% to 26%. And if I'm okay with that, then I can buy here and just patiently await 61% to 100% gains, something like that, right? And that's probably going to happen by the end of the year in a very, very short amount of time. It might even happen over the next couple weeks. Telcoin looks very bullish. If it doesn't move up in the next couple weeks, again, it might move down just a little bit, but the amount of upside it has to gain is a lot more than the downside it has to gain. So is it a good buy here? It's not the most ideal buy, but yeah, I would still give it the green light. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not buying this coin here, right? But for anybody interested, yeah, I mean, there's still more to be had. Especially if you're trying to do a short-term play, right? I think you could get in here, sell up here, and then, you know, see how it plays out. If you consolidate up here, cool, maybe buy back down here, and then it rips higher. Maybe you sell here and it pulls all the way back down to the prices that it's at now. It pulls back to its breakout point. That's very common as well. You know, if you were to find resistance up here, this is the top of this range. Maybe you pull back to the bottom of this range over here, which would be a common area to find support anyways, you know, like, and you basically did that back here. So I'm just saying a short-term play would probably be the best move for this. If you're looking to accumulate for the long term, I would say, you know, load it up now. If it moves up too much higher from here, I'd say look elsewhere and just wait for it to come back if you wanted to load up more. I don't know. But none of that's financial advice. That's just my genuine opinion. Who knows? None of that could happen, right? Watch this thing go all the way up here, then it consolidates up here, and then it's just off to the races. Watch it do none of that and just shit the bed from here. You know, nobody knows the future, but that's my best guess. All right, Telcoin. Injective is the next one, INJ. On Coinbase here, looking like it's breaking out, looking like it's moving up. I like the volume. I like the weekly RSI. Beautiful move so far. Daily RSI looks good. Yes. I think you're about to move up. I think you're about to see INJ move up a little bit from a high to a low here. You're at the golden ratio, finding resistance. Crowding it though, right? You're probably going to slowly move your way up through this area. We've seen this a couple times, right? I would bet by the end of the year, you're up at $45 to $40, unless you kick this thing off sooner. You know, it depends on how it looks, but if you maintain this kind of like channel upwards, sort of, right? This tight but slow movement upwards. You're just like fighting and clawing for it. You're moving up and then you're moving down, but you're not giving anything back. You're always gaining ground, both on the lows and on the highs. If you continue to move like this, you'll likely be up in this area by the end of the year. But if you have some kind of just quick breakout move like this, like if it was a fast move, if it was something like this that you saw and it took you up here, you'd probably still find resistance here. But then by the end of the year, who knows? You could be higher. So I guess it just depends on how this moves. I'm going to predict that you're going to continue to move like this. So I think really you're at $30 and 48 cents. Expect your move to take you one way or another, whether it's fast or it's slow. Expect it to take you up toward $40. $45, 39 to $45 for being fair. So yeah, more. It wants to move up more. And then inevitably, I do believe you will see these targets up here, $123 to $76. I think that's inevitable. Will that be by the end of the year? Maybe not. But by the end of January, I could see you up in this range, right? By the end of April, definitely. By the end of the cycle, I would assume you're higher. I would assume at least here by the end of the cycle, at least the 123, but time will tell. Anyways, yeah, INJ looking good, looking productive. TAO is the next one. We're looking on Binance here. Is that the right one? I think so, right? It's always, it doesn't have a lot of historical data. That's okay. TAO. I want to look it up on CoinGecko. Come on, CoinGecko. Don't fail me now. You always do this. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, come on now. Max, log, market cap, price, coins. Okay, so there are coins being released. I wonder what the schedule is. It's probably not bad enough to like disable this thing for the bull market. Okay, I wanted to make sure that this thing has potential to move up still, and it does. It looks like it does on the charts, but for some reason I was remembering it differently. But I think I have it confused with something else. Don't worry if any of what I just said in the last 2 minutes didn't make any sense at all. We're gonna get back to the stuff that is just, I don't know. Maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't. High to low here. We're moving up probably to about 787 to 944. We're at 617 right now. Looks productive on the fib structure. You're above your golden ratio. Prodding above the 886, looking like you want to go there. I think by the end of this year, you'll be knocking on $1,000, if not more. You could be as high as like $1,300 by the end of this year. But yeah, you look like you want to move up. You look very healthy. Yeah, good stuff. TAO. All right, let's finish this up with DCR. Decred or Decred, I don't know. Weekly RSI looking productive. Daily RSI looking fierce. Monthly RSI looks cute. Okay, so finding support. Finding support, okay. You started your cycle late last time too, didn't you? Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Like a firecracker, you moved up. I bet this thing does well this cycle, man. Only up 35% though. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, let's see. Let's keep it simple. Let's not get your dreams too high right now. You're at $16.22. Resistance here. Resistance kind of in this area here. Same thing here. A little support in this area. A little bit of resistance back here and support back here. And you can see this line. It's just above the yellow line back here, right, whenever I move it. So something above $32. You're at 16 now, so you probably move up. You see that. You probably consolidate and then you move up. Normally, I would expect you move up above your 382 and then you pull back to your 236 and then you move up. But with this here, I actually give it, I think that you could move up just a little bit above it like you normally would. And you probably consolidate above it and then you run right up to your 61869. That's my guess. So, yeah. A move up to $32 or higher from here. That's the best guess. And then a little correction. Will that happen by the end of the year? Yes, probably. And I don't think the move stops there. I think you've got more afterwards, right? The correction from this move up to like 32, 36 bucks, however high it goes, maybe it goes up to 40. It's not going to be that large. You're probably going to hold 31, 30 bucks after you break out. Like after you get above this, you're probably going to hold above that, you know, more or less. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. If there was one that interested me the most, I don't know. This one looks kind of nice, DCR. Which one was it? Was it base? I gotta say base. This kind of interests me a little bit, though it is low liquidity and a low market cap, you know, and I know nothing about it. But the chart, it's weird. It's very simple, and yet it looks good. Like to me, this tells me it wants to keep going. I don't know, but it's too new. I don't want to give the award to this one, so I'll probably say DCR. DCR, you get the winner for tonight. But there's a couple of them that had a chance. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.